The second part, managing the test runs of automated tests from Allure TestOps. So we have currently 7 test cases generated, and Allure TestOps also collects the information for each test result which is related to a test case. Like for example, here you can see adding note to advertisement is test case number 70, which is the unique ID inside the system. And Allure TestOps collects all the information related to a build job that we executing on CI side and links all the test cases to a build job. So there is a job section, for example, here, and we have this all information about the test. So this particular build job on CI side. And if we want to run the tests from Allure TestOps, we can use this build job, or we can use the test cases to execute this on the side of CI. Let's try to do this. Let's go to the section jobs and execute full job. So you can see all the test cases that we ran here are currently linked to this particular job. We can provide additional information for this launch, like name, some information related to a release whatsoever. We can add some tags, for example, that will be demo, that will be release, and we can use some additional information. For example, we can override the default parameters here. Let's go here, configure, or maybe not configure, but let's try to execute it from here, build parameters. So these are parameters used in our build job on CI side. There is demo, Chrome, I will always love you, but on Allure TestOps side you can override that. For example, I want to use browser Vivaldi with branch, some additional one, I want to change it. And for example, there is API endpoint XYZ REST. I'm saving this environment. This environment is being saved here as a set and will be used to execute the test on CI side. Now submit this information and go to Jenkins side. We can see that launch 170 is currently created. It's been executed, and let's see what is happening inside this. So you can see we requested 7 test cases, test cases being executed. Now all the 7 test cases just passed, build is successful, and we can see that all the information that is related to Allure execution is currently shown here because I requested to show it. Now the test finalized, CI system uploads all the information to Allure TestOps, and we can see that this launch currently created. There is different browser used, different hosts used for that, and different information related to the tags are used in this particular launch. So we have overridden the information from Allure TestOps side. We executed everything, and let's try to execute not all the tests in this project, but only the tests that are related to API. Let's create a filter for that. Let's say that we use API tests. We select all the tests and then execute them. So similar to executing full job, we can see that we can update the name, we can update the text, for example, demo, then API tests. I'm creating a new tag. Then the jobs are used currently related to demo pipeline Java JUnit 5. It's all right, I'm happy with that. I'm not assigning to anyone because these tests will be executed in automated mode, and I'm not updating the environment, just submitting the execution and going to this particular created launch. So you can see there's currently 2 test results that we expect from CI side. The tests are currently being executed. We requested only 2 tests related to API, but there are 4 test results. The reason for that is that all the tests that we requested are actually parameterized tests. So you can see they have the same IDs, so 68 and 67, but they have different parameters here. So second node title, first node title. So when we execute in parameterized test, then we create one instance of each test with different parameters on CI side, and test framework executes that, and we collect this information, and then we glue together the test results and create just one test case. For example, like here, I'm clicking the number and I'm being redirected to test cases, and you can see that it's only one test case related to close issue by API, and all the parameters from the test results are collected in here in the parameter section. So examples, we collect this information and we provide all combinations of the parameters used in tests in test case. So how is being executed? We can run and we can combine actually with not only from the test cases section, from launches section or from job sections, we can also create a test plan related. Again, let's use familiar API tests, or let's use UI tests, only UI tests, and we can create a test plan. Call it UI tests. The test plan is being created. Only the test cases are related to UI tests. Like you can see, the test layer is UI, and we can execute this test plan as well. So same interface. We either name or leave it as it is. We add some additional text that will be UI. Let's call it UI tests. New text will be created, execute, submit, the launch is created, and we're expecting 5 test results. If there are some parameterized tests, that will be more test results, as we saw for the previous one. And here again, if we go inside the pipeline, then we can see that Allure TestOps requested the execution of 5 tests, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the tests are executed. So 5 tests completed, 2 of them failed, and this information is being transferred to Allure TestOps, and you can see that in progress tests are replaced by the actual ones, and the execution of this pipeline is completed. Again, we go inside launch and we can analyze what's happening inside. So all the features are currently faulty, but we can see only microservice repository is faulty for all the failures in our launch. So how we can execute the tests from Allure TestOps side? We can first go and select the tests. We can go to the job section and execute full job related to some test project, or we can create a test plan and execute a test plan for only selected tests that we want. The test plan that we created based on some criteria, for example, that was filter based on the test layer. So there are the options, and so we can request the execution of particular tests only.